Welcome to our weekly energy forecast and meditation. I'm Sabine.
I'm Juna.
And we're from Synergy in Motion, where it's all about empowering you to live true to you. And every week we bring you a piece of morsel for you to play with, to explore. And this week
This week is based in Hexagram 39, all about obstruction, obstacles, provocation. And the symbol, there's always a beautiful symbol, and this week is water over mountain. You can imagine mountain, big, strong mountain, is like an obstacle that we come up to. Like if you're at the base of a mountain, you're trekking, oh my gosh, there's this big obstacle in front of me. How do I get over it? How do I get around it? How do I get through it? So here we are presented with an obstacle, and the wisdom is we've got this water now over top of the mountain. Now the water rushes and flows, and it creates it. Over time, it can bore a hole through the rock and help us move down. It can create a path so that we can walk up. The water over mountain is this beautiful symbol of how we can meet an obstacle in life. And we have obstacles all the time. And especially in these dynamic, changing times, there's political, social, economic obstacles.
Natural.
And natural disasters that we face. There's the raging forest fires, wildfires in Canada, and the bad air quality that's floating around. It's like, how do we be with this obstacle? And it really is be like the water over the mountain. And the energy of the 39, the provocateur is about seeking the spirit. If there's anything that I want you to remember today is it's about seeking the spirit of things. And what is seeking the spirit, but finding out what is true about something. Is this really true? What's going on? What is true about me? What is true about them? And finding that truth and finding the spirit in things is really what this coming week is all about. And we get the fuel. So in human design, this is a gate. The 39 is a gate in the fuel center, the root center. So we can have the fuel to push ahead and to push through. And that's sometimes the energy that we need as an individual to push through something that seems very blocking, like a collective or a tribal viewpoint or the way that we've always done things. So we have this energy where we can have the fuel to push through something. So use that. The sun is on your side this week. So use that energy. You have access to the fuel. Now you want to check in. Is that right for you? Is that true for you to use that fuel? Maybe the fuel needs to be dormant for a little while longer. But if there's like a click, if there's this yes, and then you can move, that you can use that energy to move through any obstacle, to find the spirit. It's always about finding the spirit, seeking the spirit, what is true, and use it to find out what is true for you. Use this as an energy in your own life, in your own spiritual reflection on who you are, your inner journey. Use that fuel to find out your spirit and find out the spirit of others. It can be a provocative energy of like flirtation, and it doesn't have to be like plowing through or boring through. It can be flirtatious. It's like, think of the provocateur. It's just tickling out the best in people, tickling out the spirit. Do they have what it takes for me? Is this a good friendship? Is this a good relationship? So it's all this provocative energy that can help us move through obstacles.
Yeah, and what I like, the dance between obstacle and that water, right? In that, even when you talked about fuel, I was thinking even fuel is liquid. It flows. It is like water. And when you become the solidified obstacle within yourself that usually lives between your ears, then nothing goes, then life ceases to flow. And when you hit a wall, right, then still look for the crack. Where's the opening? Where can you flow? what is possible, instead of meeting this seeming breathtaking obstacle. What are they doing? What am I doing? That takes out every flow. Find the crack, find the opening, find the space, be the space, and flow through the space. That is, for me, the biggest reminder in this 39, to stay in the flow, stay connected with my flowing. And even if it's a small crack, the water will get in. You will get in. You will guide yourself through the crack by trusting your inner knowing. It will guide you. Your mind won't. It won't find the small cracks. It doesn't naturally flow in those possibilities. But your spirit, your being, absolutely does.
And the power of the water over the mountain is little bit by little bit. It doesn't have to be all at once. So it's about patience as well. How much time does it take for the water drip to change the rock? So just be patient with yourself in times if you're meeting an obstacle, whether it's in a relationship or a situation at work. Just like, how can you be true to you? How can you find what is your spirit and work with what it is? Like, I love that flow. So it's just a great symbol, water over mountain.
And I think it's at the moment very obvious that the changes that we're going through are a little insane. Like what the politicians are starting to create is mind-boggling at times and just very challenging. Like in Canada, they're cranking down on the natural health field and making it almost impossible. And I'm not sure what their intention is, but it could appear like a huge obstacle, and yet there are cracks. They've tried that in Germany before and it didn't work. But it was because people were staying like water. They flowed around it. They found other ways to formulate and do their practices. So, and then countless examples right now. I can't even list them all on this planet. What happens socially, politically, that could look like it's a wall that creates an obstacle. But let's stay like water. It's true to us, finding the spirit in the moment, in the small spaces, in between. And let's stand together, because water always also stands together. And water is always connected with the waters of the world. And that is something that I find very beautiful and strength-giving. Like, you're not standing by yourself. You're flowing with the whole.
All right. Let's meditate.
Wonderful. So take a moment, take a deep breath in. And allow your body to relax and yourself to come present in this moment. And allow your breath to flow gently into your body. And release your breath with the same gentleness. And in that flow, connect with the spirit of water flowing. Even when it seems stagnant, it still flows. There's still movement. Perceive that energy. And with that energy of flowing, flow into your sacred space. Feel the flow within you and around you. Become aware of the areas in your body where there's tension, where there might be an obstacle. And just allow yourself to flow with that, flow around it. Not changing it, just flow. Be in the flow with that tension. Breathe into it. Let the energy flow. Be present. And then become aware of your emotional body and the flow there. And become aware of the emotional challenges, obstacles that you're facing right now. And allow yourself to flow around it, to flow with it. And let's expand the flow to your mental body. Perceive the flow there. And all those repeating thoughts, those patterns that can seem like obstacles. Just flow with them, flow around them, perceive the flow. And allow that energy of your unique flow and your unique way of flowing to be very present, to guide you, to love you, to strengthen you. And in this energy of being connected with you, with your truth, with your flow, become aware of your life. Become aware of that which seems to be an obstacle and the areas where it just flows. And just for a moment be present with that. And then allow yourself to become aware of one of those obstacles, stuck places that you experience in your life. Something small, something big, something very challenging or a little challenging, it doesn't matter. Just perceive that energy of nothing goes. And be like water. And play with it. Do you need to be the waterfall, provoking, pounding, challenging this obstacle? Or is it more like flowing around it, being present with it, loving yourself within this process of meeting the obstacle? Where are the cracks? Where are the openings? And let that one go. Let it be. And become aware of another situation that you might feel stuck in or lost. And again, be in that energy of water over mountain. And become aware of what is required. Is it the gentleness of a creek or the fierceness of a strong, powerful river or waterfall? And just play with that, be present with that. Let your spirit guide you to find the spirit in the situation. And then let that one go. And together, let's become aware of the world. And become aware of what you are present with, where there's an obstacle, where is power holding on too long, where is injustice happening, where are those obstacles? And become aware of what is required. Is it that energy of provocation in a waterfall way or in a gentle way? Flowing, finding the cracks. Just energetically be present with that. And allow spirit to flow through you. Meeting whatever it is you're meeting. Allow spirit to help you find your spirit in that situation. To ultimately find spirit. And again, together, let's become aware of these changing times, where the old no longer serves and the new is not quite here yet, but emerging, and perceive those two energies of the old powers trying to hold on and the new powers being birthed. And let's be present in that flow of spirit. Finding the openings, sometimes creating the openings, never giving up, being present. Being present in your flow. And then become aware again of your sacred space, your home base. And for the next week, or the rest of your life, give yourself permission to flow with the obstacles, to not stop, to be present, to be fierce, to be gentle, whatever the flow requires. Find the openings, to create the openings, to be you and be your difference in the world, in your unique way. And for that unique way of yours, we are very grateful that you dare to live that and to expand that flow. Thank you for being you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us for this beautiful meditation and our energy forecast for this week. May you press on through whatever obstacles may meet you and live true to you and your spirit. I'm sure you will find it. All right. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.